Imagine this. You're born into a world where everyone expects you to be adorable, graceful, and the perfect poster child for countryside bliss. But what's the reality of being born a pony? Spoiler alert. It's not all meadows and magic. In fact, it's more like a never-ending episode of Survivor with fewer rewards and more poop. Let's break down why being born a pony is less of a fairy tale and more of a cruel joke by Mother Nature. The struggles of birth. The first moments of life are supposed to be beautiful, right? Wrong. When you're a pony, you come into this world as a wobbly-legged marshmallow that can barely stand. Sure, you're cute, but being adorable doesn't help when you're face planting into the dirt every 5 minutes. Your mom, who just endured hours of labor, now has to deal with your clumsy attempts at walking. She's already over it, and you've barely been alive for 10 minutes. The world is cold, loud, and full of expectations you're not prepared to meet. And let's not forget the predators. The first few hours of your life are spent dodging death, while trying to figure out how your legs work. No pressure. The first few days. Once you've figured out the basics of standing, the real challenge begins: survival. Your entire existence revolves around two things: finding food and not dying. Let's not forget the predators lurking around, who think you look like the perfect snack-sized meal. Then there's your mom. She's sweet and protective, but also ready to kick anything or anyone who gets too close, including you, if you're dumb enough to wander off. Those first few days are a crash course in learning the hard truths of life. Stay close, stay alert, and don't get stepped on. Growing pains. Fast forward a few weeks, and now you're a slightly bigger, slightly less clumsy marshmallow. But life doesn't get easier. Grazing sounds peaceful until you realize it means spending 12 hours a day, chewing grass that tastes like sadness. And as you grow, the expectations only increase. You're no longer the cute newborn now, you're just another mouth to feed. And don't even get me started on your siblings. Whether it's fighting over the best patch of grass, or just randomly kicking each other, family life is, let's call it, lively. The pecking order is brutal, and you're always at risk of being the butt of everyone's jokes or hooves. Learning the herd rules. Now that you're part of the herd, it's time to figure out the social hierarchy. Spoiler, you're at the bottom. Everyone's bigger, faster, and meaner than you. Even the old ponies with missing teeth. They've earned their spot and they're not giving it up anytime soon. The herd's rules are simple. Respect the leader, stay in line, and avoid embarrassing yourself, which, let's face it, you're terrible at. One misstep, and you're the laughingstock for days. Herd dynamics are a constant power struggle, and you're just trying not to get trampled. Then there are the humans. They show up with snacks, but their ulterior motives are clear. They're sizing you up for a lifetime of unpaid labor, and you're too naive to say no. Humans might bring treats, but they also bring training, sessions, and those are rarely fun. The awkward teen phase. Adolescence. The time when you're big enough to be annoying, but not big enough to be useful. Your legs are gangly, your mane's a mess, and you have no idea what's going on with your body. You're in that awkward in-between stage, where no one really knows what to do with you. Humans decide this is the perfect time to start training you. First, they pet you. Then, out of nowhere, they slap a saddle on your back and expect you to carry them around. Excuse me? Who agreed to this? Your protests are ignored, and the training sessions only get longer. The realities of adulthood. Congratulations, you're an adult pony now. But don't get too excited. Life as a pony basically boils down to being a glorified amusement park ride for sticky-fingered kids. You're expected to be patient, calm, and accommodating at all times. Slip up once, and you're labeled as difficult. Humans love to call you cute while making you pull carts, carry supplies, or give endless rides. And if you so much as look grumpy, well, then you're labeled as moody. Can't win. The daily grind is relentless, and you rarely get the credit you deserve. Old age doesn't spare you. As you get older, things only go downhill literally. Your joints ache, your teeth wear out, and your once glorious mane is now a tangled mess. Retirement? If you're lucky, you'll get to roam a field and eat slightly better grass. If not, let's just say, the glue factory rumors didn't come from nowhere. Even in old age, ponies are often expected to earn their keep. Whether it's babysitting foals or carrying lighter loads, the work never truly stops. You'd think after a lifetime of service, you'd get a break, but that's rarely the case. Pony perception versus reality. Here's the thing. Everyone thinks ponies have it easy because they're small and adorable. But that's just human propaganda. Behind the fluffy exterior lies a life of hard work, constant judgment, and existential dread. Take the fairy tale trope of the majestic pony prancing in a meadow. What they don't show you is the hours of grooming, the endless waiting for humans to bring treats, and the inevitable reality of stepping in something gross. The gap between perception and reality is as wide as a pasture. The weird jobs ponies get. Ponies don't just pull carts or give rides, they get roped into some truly bizarre gigs. Ever seen a pony in a birthday party hat, surrounded by screaming kids? That's the equine equivalent of retail hell. You're stuck being the center of attention while trying not to lose your sanity. Then there are the ponies trained for therapy. While it's heartwarming in theory, imagine being petted nonstop by strangers who can't tell if you're enjoying it or planning your escape. Spoiler. It's usually the latter. And let's not forget the unicorn experience. where ponies are dressed up as mythical creatures for photo shoots. Sure, slap a horn on their head, and it's all good until the glitter won't come off for weeks. A life of constant comparison. Ponies live under the shadow of their bigger, more glamorous cousins' horses. While horses are celebrated in movies and races, ponies get stuck being the comic relief. They're the Danny DeVito to the horse's Brad Pitt. Every pony knows the sting of hearing, "Oh, you're just a small horse." No, Karen, we're a different species. Get it right. The constant comparisons are exhausting and do little to boost a pony's self-esteem. The emotional toll. All these struggles take a toll on a pony's mental health. Ever seen a pony staring into the distance, lost in thought? That's not them enjoying the view, that's existential crisis 101. They wonder if their life has purpose beyond being adorable. They ponder the meaning of their existence, while chomping on grass that tastes like depression. The emotional burden of always being underestimated and overworked is a heavy one. Seasonal struggles. Life as a pony doesn't get easier when seasons change. Summer brings relentless heat, flies, and the constant annoyance of humans trying to braid your mane. Winter? That's a whole new level of misery. You're left shivering in the cold, wondering if humans will bring hay or just more disappointment. Spring isn't much better. It's mud season. Everywhere you step, you're either slipping or sinking. And autumn? Sure, it's scenic, but falling leaves just mean more mess to deal with. Each season brings its own set of challenges, and ponies have to adapt or suffer. The fear of the unknown. Ponies live their entire lives in fear of the unknown. A rustling bush? Definitely a predator. A new human? Probably plotting something. Even a random piece of paper fluttering in the wind can send a pony into a panic. This constant state of alertness isn't just exhausting, it's downright unfair. Imagine living your life as a four-legged anxiety machine. The world is a terrifying place when you're small, tasty-looking, and perpetually nervous. The burden of being cute. While being adorable has its perks, it also comes with unrealistic expectations. Humans expect ponies to always be sweet and accommodating. The reality? Ponies are just as moody and complex as any other animal. But try acting out, and you'll instantly be labeled problematic. It's exhausting living up to the societal standards of cuteness. Sometimes, a pony just wants to be grumpy without judgment. But in a world obsessed with appearances, there's little room for individuality. The misadventures of ponies in pop culture. Thanks to movies and books, ponies are often portrayed as magical, mischievous, or wise. In real life, none of these apply. Ponies are more likely to chew on your jacket than offer life advice. This misrepresentation sets up ponies for failure. Humans expect a magical creature, but what they get is an anxious grass-eating machine. Talk about disappointing. Pop culture may make ponies famous, but it does little to improve their real-life struggles. Despite the struggles, ponies do have moments of joy. Whether it's a cool breeze on a summer day or a particularly sweet patch of clover, these small pleasures remind them and us of the beauty in life. For a few fleeting moments, they experience true freedom, unburdened by humans or the herd. So, there you have it. Being a pony isn't about frolicking in meadows or starring in fairy tales. It's about surviving against all odds, while looking adorable enough to avoid being lunch. Next time you see a pony, maybe give them a pat or an extra carrot. They've earned it.